I'm Akisha, I'm digital editor for HJ, and I'm joined today by Lisa Farrell. I don't know which side you're on because you're on this side for
I
me.
know. We'll just go like
Yeah, Lisa Farrell, who is
that.
an amazing session stylist. She's the founder of WIG London, and she's recently been named brand ambassador for Matrix Haircare. So, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. What an introduction. Like, no
Oh,
pressure.
no pressure, but you're killing it at the moment. So I want to just
Oh,
first of all say congratulations on your new role because it's very exciting.
thank you very much.
Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Yeah, so I've been working with Matrix for a while now. I did a influencer event with them in Amsterdam, which was really sick. It was like influencers that were doing hair from all over the world and all came together. And I really just like loved their vibe. So from there, I kind of met them. We've been talking, and yeah, so now I'm their UK Ireland brand ambassador. So my role is mainly about, being a voice for the people, for the
Yeah,
influencers, for the independents, for the hairdressers that don't feel like they have a voice. So it's all
yeah.
about creating this community and giving them a voice. And I'm that voice. God
You're
knows
that
I've got
woman.
away with it.
And what has it been like being named as an ambassador during like a pandemic? Because obviously it would be normal for you to be doing like events and going around. So what's that been like? How have you been working with the brand in this time?
I mean, they've been super supportive, and I think technology has just been absolutely amazing for all of us at this time.
Yeah,
It's made us realize what we can actually do,
definitely.
without having to, go out into the outside world. So it has been a little bit weird. I think me personally, I always get a little bit of imposter syndrome anyway. So when I'm
Mhm.
on sets and doing anything, I'm always feeling like, should I be here?
Yeah. Oh my
So
God.
I think
How do you
now,
overcome that actually?
say again.
How do you overcome imposter syndrome? Like, how do you get over that? Just
I
think,
think you
I'm
just
that
have to
girl.
know that you are exactly where you need to be right now, And I think the Matrix opportunity that I've got has really shown that. I mean, we now do a weekly talk show, kind of, and it's called Real Talks with Lisa. So that's on my Instagram every Thursday at 6 p.m. So I
Yeah,
do that with Matrix. We take on questions and issues that hairdressers might be having out there, and we try to address them. So it's been really positive, and it's just shown
yeah.
that there are different avenues we can take when we can't go out there, do seminars, shows and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Cool.
But
Amazing. And how are you keeping in touch with your clients at the moment, like through coronavirus?
I mean, as a session stylist, it's a weird one for me because I would normally be out on set, doing
Yeah,
shoots, speaking to companies, talking about campaigns. So I have been able to do that via like Zoom, FaceTime and whatnot. But my private clients, I always do like an open phone consultation with them anyway. So I've
right.
just kind of been up in my game with that, and I've been doing FaceTime consultations, but going a little bit more in depth. And I've been doing like step by steps and showing them how to twist their hair, how they can do their hair at home. I think that's really important that we don't feel lonely and we feel like people still care,
Yeah,
because much as when you're at home, sometimes you feel like you're working more,
yeah.
overcompensate the fact that you're not dressed from the waist down. So you
Like
actually
me now.
compensate for that. So I think it's really important to know that there are people out there as well that do want you to reach out and go, do you know what, are you okay? Is your hair
Yeah,
okay? Like, let's talk through this. So that's what I've been making a conscious effort to do and encourage as well.
that's amazing. So you're not charging for that at the moment with your
I'm
clients?
not, no. I mean,
Wow.
as a session stylist, as most hairdressers out there, and a lot of people aren't really making money, and without going into the nitty gritty of it, and the schemes that are in place, I think it's just important for now for us to all kind of stand together because we are in this together. So now I've been doing consultations with my clients and one on one. It's been nice to have a glass of wine, and I sit there and I'm like, girl, no. This is the way, and that's the relationship that I have with my clients as well. It's very real, and it's I can sit with a glass of wine and they can as well, and they can go, do you know what, I'm having a really crappy day, and I'll go, do you know what, tell me
Right.
about it. And I think that's the relationship that hairdressers have as well. We are
Yeah,
the therapist, we are the shoulder, and it's really important to just be open and honest and be real. So yeah, that's what I've been.
cool. With Lisa.
Oh yeah, real talk with Lisa. Thursday 6 p.m. Did I say that?
Someone on Facebook has said, enjoying the Matrix online education. That's Tracy on Facebook. And she said, how do you stay upbeat, Lisa?
Um, I think the best way, first off, hi, and thanks for saying that. I think the online education is so important right now. There's so much to access. I think it's really important to stay upbeat, and the way that I do it is just trying to make the most out of any situation. We all get crap thrown at us in life. We can all, you know, dwell on it as well. But what's really important is to know that we wake up every morning, and especially in what's going on right now, you know, I'm saving lives. I might be doing consultations and making someone feel good, and that's really rewarding for me. But I'm not saving lives, and I'm not losing my life. So for that, why not be positive about that?
Yeah, amazing. One question I have for you, being curly myself, so it's a little bit of a
Can we
private.
just appreciate the do right now? Hello.
But it's kind of a private consultation for me. But you work a lot with Afro hair clients and curly hair clients, and you're a big advocate for texture neutrality in the industry. What are you doing for your like curly hair clients who might not be used to looking after their natural hair at home at the moment?
So I have been doing, you know, my FaceTime consultations, WhatsApp groups, talking to them. But I think now's the perfect time to embrace your natural hair and condition of your hair. So what I've been saying is condition your hair, treat your hair. When you're in the house, put your head in a headscarf, braid your hair, twist your hair, let it dry naturally. Like now's the perfect time. I've got clients that come to me, you know, for a weave, for wigs, that I'm encouraging now to embrace their natural hair, and probably weren't comfortable before doing that. So it's
Yeah,
about building that up, because you'll be surprised that by walking around the house in your twist out, and you know, and then afterwards, you know, Rona's disappeared, and you're like, I could go out like this. Actually, I'm
yeah,
reading it. So it's just about building that confidence and embracing natural hair and the condition of hair as well. At this time, not only to condition ourselves from within and to try
yeah.
and heal and deal with things that we're going through mentally, physically, and also with what's going on in the world, but also let's talk about looking after ourselves, and let's talk about looking after our hair. So that's what I've been encouraging people to do.
Amazing. And how did you, being that you don't have afro hair yourself, you have such amazing knowledge in it and you're such a big advocate for other people learning how to do all different hair textures. How did you start to love working with different textures?
So I've been in the salon from about the age of 13. I first started in a little small town salon, knocking on doors. No, you, no, no, no. I'm like, just give me a job. I want some pocket money. So I did that. I started off there, and from there, I've always, obviously, I haven't got afro hair myself, but I've never understood how someone could be turned away from the salon because of the colour of their skin or the texture of their hair. And it's not because, you know, hairdressers want to be nasty or make anyone feel bad. It's
Right.
just about education, and it's just about knowledge. So I'm a massive advocate. My company, WIG London, we're all about making the industry texture neutral. So I can't sit here in clean conscience and go, you need to do every texture of hair, and not put something in place where people can learn. So that's how WIG London came about. So we go into salons, or they come to us, and we teach them how to be texture neutral and deal with all different hair types.
Amazing.
I actually went to an Afro salon. I worked in an Afro salon from the age of about 17. So
Right.
yeah, I burnt my stripes. If anyone's seen Beauty Shop, and if you've seen, I think it was like that. So I sat in the first chair in the salon until people would trust me to do their hair. So
Wow.
I've been doing Afro hair for a long time. It's really authentic to me. So for me, it's about sending that message out there and just going, do you know what? Let's just educate people. If you
Mhm.
don't know how to do it, I'm here to help you. You know, that's all it is really. I think
Yeah.
I came from an industry and a background where in a salon I was told to just go figure it out myself.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like that. I like to share my knowledge, and I like to encourage people to do everything. And I think if I can leave this earth, then, you know, everyone can go to the salon and get their hair done together, then, you know,
Yeah.
hopefully I've helped.
Yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of your message is shared through social media. Oh my God, the light is changing. Like, is it going to walk me out?
Everything's changing but you.
You use social media to kind of get your message across. How are you using social media during isolation?
Social media. So everyone's, you know, my following on social media is like quite organic. I love to talk to people. I always respond to people. But I've also made a conscious effort to not be on social media too much, because I was looking at my phone and it was saying your screen time gone up by like 9 hours or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like I'm unconsciously scrolling. And it
Yeah.
can kind of make you feel bad about yourself, you know, because it's like, oh, I should be learning origami and kung fu and all of these things, because people are putting out fake news almost. So I use it to connect with people, and to just, you know, help people and put my message out there. And I have a schedule and try and limit myself. So yeah, to send my message, really, I just kind of, I'm just me. I don't have a plan for it. My grid's not polished. It's what I'm doing when I'm doing it, and it's just like I just put it out there, and people respond to that.
Yeah. I've got a message here that says your sound is a little bit jumpy. So do you want to just turn it a little bit down and see if that helps? Okay.
Jumping. Is that right?
That's a bit better. I think it is. We'll wait and hear some more comments. But someone said, Emma on Facebook has said, I've been offering hair care packages to my local clients, pre-mixed colour to stop the box dyeing. I was thinking about telling my highlight clients to put semi-permanent dye on the roots for now. What would you suggest?
For me, I wouldn't be suggesting, this is from a personal point of view, I'm not suggesting any colouring at home, just because, you know, you've got the legalities of it. Also, you know, what are they, if something goes wrong, I'm not sure how that works. So for me personally, I wouldn't be offering any colour service at home, but I think offering care packages with regards to products, treatments, all of that, it's so amazing, because you can be like, okay, try this new product, let's try this new treatment. But I would just be careful with offering colours at home. I think there's been a lot in the media at the minute about box colours. Again, people are going to try things at home, but all I can say is that when I was like 20 years old and the mascara one came out where you could bleach the front of your hair, honey, that paid for my first car. Do you know what I mean? Them corrections from that paid for my first car. So so let's just try and embrace that. But yeah, good luck with everything. But yeah, I would not encourage your clients to do their hair colours at home, but everything else. But do you, boo?
Yeah. Rita said, I'd like to collaborate with this lady who does Afro hair. Where can Rita get in touch with you?
So slide into my DMs. I'm a massive fan of that. So come and follow me on Instagram, slide into my DMs. I always go through them and I'll get back to you. And, you know, my email and my contact and everything's on there as well. So you can email one of the team, but I'm always up for collaborations and stuff. I think that's what it's all about. And now's the perfect time to do it. Reaching out to people that, you know, would normally be too busy. Like, in my highlight of my day, I already put makeup on for this, babe.
Amazing. And you kind of said before you about being a session stylist at this time. Like, do you have any advice for fellow session stylists that are used to being on shoots and kind of being here, there, and everywhere, and not used to being just in the house all the time?
Yeah, I think that's something that kind of really hit me straight away, because I'm so used to going from job to job to job to job, and it's quite addictive. And I speak to other session stylists as well, and you almost feel like when you stop, you're like you're craving it again. You're like, oh my God, what should I do? Like, you almost feel like you're cheating a little bit when you have a day off, because you're so used to being on the run. So I think this time has really just been a really good opportunity to have a look at different education that's going on out there, to, you know, rebrand if you need to, look at that website that you never have time to do, but also for session stylists, and this is a little bit controversial, just check in with everyone that you're normally too busy to check in with, because I think that's really important. This moment of time has just made me realise that as well, that with all the time that I'm so busy, that maybe I should make more time to, you know, FaceTime that person and check in here and check in there. So yeah, a lot of soul searching, but also a lot of time to just look at websites, rebranding. Who do you want to collaborate with in the future? Are there any collections that you want to do? Start thinking about brainstorming for a collection that you want to do for you, not because someone's paying you, that you want to put out there.
You've been a finalist for Afro Hairdresser of the Year at the BHAs, and I would love to know. Few times. Gonna get there, girl. I would love to know how you go about your process for your collections, because your collections always stand out to me as having like more beyond just like beautiful Afro hair. It tells a story a lot of the time, and you can kind of see the journey. So I'd like to know how you come up with your ideas for those.
Okay, and I'm so glad that you've said that, because that is literally my process. when I come to do a collection, all of my collections that I do on a personal level, so BHA and the awards, anything that I put out there that I have complete creative direction over, I always try to have a political message or a subliminal message. So I really want it to be like provocative and want you to think about it. So I kind of think about what's going on right now, what's going on with the media and what's going on with the world. And I really want to empower women. You know, I want to empower everyone, but especially, you know, within Afro hair, embracing natural hair texture, because I think we have a responsibility to put that out there, to not just put long flowing hair and wigs to the generations behind us, but also to rework the minds of the generations before us, to show that black hair is beautiful and it's powerful, and to put that out there is something that I like to do. And, you know, all of my models, I like to send a message. So I hope people see that as well.
Well, I do, but I'm not a judge, so you know.
I know it's ain't one bad.
So ballet stylist, I've put that I've got these pre-arranged questions that I want to know the answer to. So, but ballet stylists that aren't based in salons right now might be a bit worried about like finances and like cancelled work and changes to events like Fashion Week is like going online and stuff like that. So, do you have advice for them about that and like how to manage? Like making sure you're not waiting for the next paycheck always.
Yeah, I mean, as an independent, as a session stylist, you're always chasing an invoice.
Yeah.
So we're kind of used to being behind all the time and, you know, trying to have something in front of us for the next invoice that's coming in, and just trying to be a little bit proactive with our finances, because I say it all the time, you're eating champagne one week and the next week, you know, you're on noodles. So you're always kind of chasing an invoice a little bit. So it is a worrying time, but I just want you to remember that, and this is something for me as well, like this is just I could be asking myself this question, you know, but I think we just have to remember that there's always going to be something that comes, and hopefully just I would say try and utilize this time on all of those people out there that are going to need their hair done. So me personally, I'm going to try and take on more private clients while I'm waiting for the fashion industry to get back on its feet. So that's something that I'm personally going to do, is I'm going to open up my books to do more private clients,
and I'll be the first
just to help my revenue a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be me first.
Yay, cool.
Deborah on Facebook said, loving this empowerment, ladies. Thanks, Deborah.
Yay, good.
I have a question about your music video work. How did you get into that? And what's your favourite music video you've worked on?
Oh my God, that's so hard. Okay, so you know, when people say, like, I do believe in serendipity, and I do believe that, you know, everything happens for a reason, but every single video that I've been on, or every door that's opened, like, I've had to push down, literally. Nothing's like landed on my lap. Like, I've had to work my bloody beak off for it all. So I just like was kind of knocking on doors, collaborating. Sometimes, like, I remember at the beginning, I would do a lot of free work, and then that's how I would meet people, and people realize that you're good, and then they want to book you again. So I've been in this game for a very long time now. So yeah, it's just been kind of working. And sometimes you go, oh my God, I've met someone that, you know, wants to work with me again. So yeah, I you know, I've been
leaving good impressions is important as well.
Say again.
Leaving good impressions is really
leaving
important.
Good impressions, like I am who I am. So whether I'm sitting here chatting to you, whether I'm talking to my assistant, whether it's a student, whether it's Ed Sheeran, I am who I am. And I think that's really important. I'm so calm, I'm very real, and I just kind of say it how it is, and I'm just nice. Like, I know that like sounds really weird, but I think that's so underrated, to just be nice. Like, people can have this persona of going, I'm so kind, like, be kind, but you know, then in the next breath they're saying something else. Like, I just think you should just be a nice person.
It's 100. It's so true. I mean, you mentioned Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
you gave him a weave, didn't you?
So yeah, he had a few different wigs and weaves, but yeah, that was obviously, like you said about the different music videos. So Kendrick Lamar's Black Panther video, that was amazing. I did the Harry Styles music video in Scotland, I participated in that, and then the Ed Sheeran one was just his hair. For me, that was probably one of the highlights, because he had so many different looks, and he's so known for not doing anything to his hair. So that was a really highlight, standout moment for me. And I remember we would, like, I'm just being me, and my assistant said to me the other day, because we always catch up, especially now,
Yeah.
Do you remember you were like singing a song with him when you was doing his hair? And I was like, what's that? And then I was like, oh my God, yeah, it was. Like, how embarrassing. That was Ed Sheeran. And we were like, blue, da dee da 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 dee, talking about like old school stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Like afterwards, it normally gets a couple of months later and you're like, yeah, that was quite surreal.
Yeah.
But you don't think about it at the time, like, do you know what I mean?
And are you involved in the process? Because obviously for your shoots, you creative direct them, you come up with the ideas and stuff. But then if it's like a campaign, you have to follow a brief. For stuff like that, what is your involvement? Like, how do you work with the hair on a music video?
So with the music videos, normally there's like a director and a producer. Nathan and Dave, who did the Ed Sheeran and the Harry and the Kendrick Lamar, are like amazing, and they always send a treatment through. So it will kind of be, this is the look. It's normally like a storyboard. So a storyboard and a treatment, as we call it, is about how the feeling of the music video is, and you know how everything's going to run together. So you have got an idea, and normally it's either a really strict brief, like it needs to be like this, or what do you think could add to it, you know, what are your ideas. I did a music video just before and a campaign as well, and they kind of gave me free range, but it's all within a certain brief. So it might be, it's a lot about feelings as well. So we want this to feel floaty, we want this to feel like summer, we want this to feel like power. Do you know what I mean? So you really have to use your creativity on the spot as well.
And do you do that on the day of the shoot, or do you do that like a couple of weeks in advance and send ideas through?
So normally a couple of weeks in advance, we can talk about ideas, talk about the looks. We might have a prep day, and you know, where we actually complete the whole look so that they're approved before the actual shoot.
Right.
So that happens as well. But sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes, you know, things change last minute, and then you have to change things on the actual day. But normally you do have a little bit of time in advance. But you know, it is what it is.
So what are the essential things that you have in your kit bag? I'm sure you have a million kit bags, but that you always bring with you on all the shoots.
So I always bring with me gel, scissors, pins, pintail comb, hairdryer, straighteners. That's about like. So
Kitchen sink.
Say that, I couldn't hear you.
The kitchen sink. The joke's gone, Lisa.
Oh yeah, the kitchen.
Right, you know what? Let's move off the moment.
So yeah, so I always make sure I have all like my basics in there, but I do like, I have a bag of like wigs and hair and everything as well. But sometimes, like, you know, if you're going overseas on a flight, you really have to condense your bag. So you have to be like, right, I need the bare essentials here. So yeah, sometimes you have to just create things on the spot.
Yeah, amazing. Tracy on Facebook has said, if you want to approach someone to shadow someone, how do you do it without being ignored and feeling desperate?
Okay. I don't think there's any such thing. I hate the word desperate. I prefer the word hungry. And if I see that someone's hungry, they show us how desperate they want to work. So I think you should just approach them. Don't be scared of how you look. Don't be scared of how you sound. Just be, you know, just have conviction. I want to work with you. This is why. Please let me. And you know, if they ignore you or say no, keep sending the message. Stop commenting. I tell you what, people can ignore DMs, but they can't ignore a comment.
That's so true. That's so true.
That's so true. So
in DMs as well, like if you are DMing someone a lot, no one's going to know apart from you and that person. So just go for it. That's what I think.
Definitely. And like, just DM all the time. And sometimes, like, because you get the request, don't you? So if you're not following someone, it goes into a separate folder and it can be missed. So just comment on someone's photo and just be like, I would love to assist you. I've gone into your DMs. Please acknowledge me.
And you know what? That goes for Hairdressers Journal's Instagram as well, because I think a lot of people think that we wouldn't see their pictures, but I check them multiple times a day. So if you ever want your pictures to be seen by Hairdressers Journal, or maybe like featured on our Instagram and stuff, just send it to me, because we do feature them. So
and if you don't respond, comment on a picture.
Exactly. Then my bosses definitely will know that I'm not answering DMs.
Comments disabled for 48 hours.
Lisa, what's the first thing you're going to do post-isolation? Obviously, we don't know when things are going to go back to normal or what normal will be, but what's the first thing you want to do?
So I want to go and see my parents because I've not been able to see them. So I want to see family. I want to see friends, and I just want to turn up. I want to just go out. I want to book a flight. I've got it all in my head. I'm going to go. I'm going to see my mum and dad. Have a big friends and family thing. I'm going to go out, twerk, drink, dance on a table, and then I'm going to book a flight because I ain't about these feelings. I'm booking flights, babe. Like,
that's like the feeling. That's the motto. Oh,
I know. So I'm going to have like work coming in. I'm going to be like, sorry, I'm in Indonesia. I'm in Bali. I'm in the club. But no, yeah.
Do you get inspired by travel? Because I think that's something that a lot of creative people are finding hard at the moment because they get inspired by travel and we're not able to travel.
Definitely. I love traveling. I'm such a free spirit and I hate to feel like I'm tied down like anywhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm really lucky to travel for my job, but I get so inspired. Like, so, you know, cities, Berlin, I love art, I love painting, I love watching people paint, I love graffiti. So when I go to like different cities like Brazil, you know, Berlin, New York, and I love the pulse of a city. You know what I mean? Like I love a beach, I love to relax, but to be inspired, I love the pulse of like the youth and the city and the music and the art. Like I live for it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just now going, I
need it out.
I need it out.
Do you get inspired by different Instagram accounts as well, or not really? Do you get inspired by
I mean, I do. I get inspired. Like, I think you have to be careful what you're following. If you're following certain accounts that don't make you feel good, unfollow them because there is a lot of that. So I tend to follow accounts that inspire me and also positive quotes and things. So, sorry, excuse me. So positive quotes and things. So, you know, like when you're scrolling, every now and then you'll get a positive affirmation. And I think that's really important because it breaks up your feed a little bit. But yeah, I get inspired by other hairdressers. I get inspired by artists. I love to see what people are doing. And it's great to see how creative people are being right now as well. But yeah, don't feel overwhelmed because I think the internet and social media is so saturated right now because everyone's trying to put something out there. And just remember, it's not always about you. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's about them. Like if I'm doing an Instagram live or if I'm talking, sometimes it's just to get something off my chest to make me feel better. So yeah, and you know, you pop up and there's all these lives going on which are amazing. This is one of them. Do you know what I mean? So just and don't be afraid to like pop in and pop out because sometimes you go on a live and someone will acknowledge you and you're like, I didn't want you to know I was at this party. I was just popping in to get a drink and now I'm leaving.
I always just go hi.
And then you're like, oh, I want to kind of leave now and I feel awkward about it. But everyone's just putting this super creative and cool content out at the minute and everyone's trying to do their bit. So don't feel bad about it. Know that there's a lot. Don't find it overwhelming. And if you're not doing it, that's absolutely okay as well. I can't stress that enough.
Definitely. Jessica on Facebook has said, favourite shampoo for blondes?
Oh, Matrix, darling. They've just brought out this whole new range. It's absolutely amazing. So I'll add the link. I'll send you the link. But yeah, their blonde range is absolutely fantastic. They've got a great range for dark hair as well. Dark Envy that's just come out, which I use on my natural dark bases, which is absolutely beautiful.
Cool. Okay, we're wrapping up now. So my final question for you. I know, it goes so quickly. It honestly goes so quickly. Who is your favourite hairdresser?
Awkward. No, my favourite hairdresser, I've got a few. I love Eugene Solomon, Guido, going back to Robert Lebetta, absolutely love him as well. Yeah, I think old school, good working, solid hairdressers, yeah, they would be my top three.
Perfect. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. I'll pop the links for, so this is going to go on IGTV later. It'll be live on Facebook forever as well. And on YouTube forever. I'll put all your links below. Everyone needs to check out Real Talks with Lisa because they're so great. They're so inspiring and just like really natural, good chat. So, which I hope today was as well.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, don't be afraid of texture. Be texture neutral. Reach out to me in WIG London if you want to learn how to do all hair types. I'm just going to say, in a world that is so culturally diverse, do not turn anyone away from your salon. There's no need to. Inclusivity of everyone. So yeah, I'm going to send you the links to the Matrix products and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Speak to you soon.
Big
Bye.
love. Bye.